everybody, what is up and welcome back, and today we're going to talk about this beautiful bass guitar. This is the Ibanez SRX 700. This is an older bass guitar, but we're going to take a look at it and I'm going to tell you guys how I got it, and I'm going to give you the specs on it, and maybe one of you guys might want to go find one. So stay tuned because we're going to dive right into this. Alright everybody, so today we're going to talk about this Ibanez SRX 700 bass guitar. Now, this guitar, I actually found this guitar on Reverb, and I can't believe how much I paid for it, considering that I just looked, and these guitars are going for about $700 used on Reverb right now. So I'm not going to tell you what I got it for, but I'll tell you I didn't pay $700 for it. I got a steal on it. It just blew me away. So you never know what you're going to find out there on Reverb when you're looking. But I was actually looking for another bass guitar to add to my collection. Something different, something unique, something that you couldn't just find anywhere and just wasn't randomly out there. And I wanted to find something that was really eye-catching, but something that I liked. And now, if you guys have been following the channel, you know that I already own 3 Ibanez guitars, so I really like them because they got skinny necks, they're easy to play. For me as a guitar player, a rhythm guitar player, they're a lot easier to play than a lot of other basses. And they're just a lot of fun, and Ibanez makes really great gear, so I figured I would kind of look in that direction. And I ended up getting another guitar, which is a PV Millennium as well, and I will do a review on that guitar later, but we're going to talk about this one. So first things first, I got this, I found it on Reverb, and it actually came from a Guitar Center up north somewhere. And they actually did a pretty good job packing it, so really impressed because the box got pretty beat up. I did a video on UPS and showed some boxes that they sent me with the guitars in, and I can't believe that they even survived. But this one, thanks to the people at that Guitar Center up north, and I think it was Pennsylvania somewhere, they did a good job packing this, and the guitar survived, and it was, and I mean, this thing is like brand new. I can't believe how nice this guitar is, and just how amazing. I mean, just take a look at this thing. I mean, this thing, this back alone, I mean, just look at that. Headstock back. This thing is just, here, I'll turn it this way for you guys too. It's just crazy how nice this bass is and how beautiful of a paint job they did, because this is an older bass. And I'm going to get into the specs on this and kind of tell you about it, but this is just an amazing looking bass, and it plays really well. And this is like my go-to bass now for anything I do. But we're going to read off. I found the specs. It took me a little while to find some information on it because I didn't know a whole lot about this bass. But I found a place that has it all basically in a nutshell. So we're going to read this to you guys, and then we'll go back into this, and I'll play it a little bit for you so you can hear it too. So the SRX 700 is a deluxe SRX series solid body electric bass model introduced by Ibanez for 2002. So this was made in 2002. It was produced in South Korea as part of the standard line. The SRX 700 features neck-through body construction on light ash wings attached to a maple and walnut neck with a 24-fret rosewood fingerboard, can't talk, with pearl dot position markers. Components include a B200 fixed bridge with 19mm string spacing and a pair of Ibanez PFR LF4 passive full-range pickups with Alnico magnets channeled through a 2-band EQ, a plastic nut, and Ibanez die-cast tuning machines. The SRX was discontinued in 2006. So this is between a 2002 and 2006 model. I'm not sure what year it was made in. I'm not sure about the serial number of it. It will tell you because the serial number is C05051327. So if any of you guys know if that matters, if that means it was made in 2005 because it's a 05, maybe that's what that means. Usually a lot of guitars, that first number is when it was made, the year that it was made. But this thing was like brand new. I can't believe the condition is, because I've seen other ones that were they had nicks and dings and some pretty roughed up basses, but this one was in. I looked at it and looked at the pictures, and it was pristine condition, and it just, I mean, it's flawless. There's no nicks, dings, no major scratches. I mean, a couple little scratches on the back from people playing it and stuff, but basically just a flawless bass. Now I had to do little adjustments on the string action and the neck, lower that down and kind of tweak it to my liking, but it was playable when I got it, and it's it just is an amazing feeling and sounding bass. It's got a nice, not super thick neck, but not too skinny. It's got some weight to it, but it's not super heavy. Like it's one of those guitars. It's kind of like when you pick up your first Les Paul and you strap it on and you're like, wow, this is a hunk of wood and this thing feels good. And it kind of has that same feeling. It's not like super heavy, but it's not super light. And it just is very comfortable to play. I don't know how else to explain that other than this is a really nice, comfortable bass to play. And it's just been a pleasure to have. And I've done a bunch of recordings with it now. And I love the way it comes out in the recordings. I love the way it comes out when I'm just playing it. And it's just been a lot of fun. So I wanted to throw this one out here because it was such a great find. I do a lot of looking on Reverb and stuff like that. I don't really look on eBay anymore, but I still look on Reverb a lot. And then I get stuff from like Sweetwater and Musician's Friend sometimes, and also American Music Supply. Basically AMS, American Music Supply, and Sweetwater have kind of been my two go-tos, because since Musician's Friend merged with Guitar Center, I haven't been really too happy with them, because I don't want a guitar off the rack from Guitar Center when I order a brand new guitar. And that happened to me where it didn't come in its box that it should come in. You could tell it was guitar off the rack. Now, there was nothing wrong with the guitar, so I kept it, but I was pretty disappointed at when I'm paying for a brand new guitar in the box and I know that they pulled that off a rack somewhere and sent it to me. Not really too happy about that, because the whole point of buying it that way is to get one in the box that nobody's played. It hasn't been hanging in a store, so a little disappointed with the way that's gone, but that's one of the story itself. But anyway, this bass, I mean, it's just beautiful. It's just a gorgeous bass and so nice to play. So I've got this plugged up. I'm actually going into my Sonic Cake pedal. This has an octave, preamp, fuzz, and boost. And then I'm going in from the Sonic Cake into this is my Orange Crush 100 bass amp. And just kind of getting some sound. So let's play it a little bit for you. Everything's cranked up on this thing all the way wide open right now, just to kind of show you kind of some differences of what this does. And I'll try to keep the picking noise down as best as I can, not pick too hard because I really get aggressive with it. And you might hear a little rattle on the strings because I have the action set really low, so I apologize for that in advance. But when you're trying to get like your volumes and everything set in your room and get to where you guys can hear this and hear me at the same time, and you're running through one camera, because that's all I'm using, it gets a little tricky. So let's play a little bit for you guys and let you guys kind of hear how it sounds. And I will do a couple things, and I'm going to crank on some stuff so you can hear some distortion stuff too, so you kind of get a feel for this bass. So that's some clean sounds you can hear now. I'm gonna play around with the knobs a little bit here. So you kind of hear a tone difference. That's just turning this back knob. And I think these are the EQ ones. I've been trying to figure out what does what. This is 2 middle knobs turned totally off. Now we're going to turn all 3 off and leave this one on. That's your volume knob. Your main volume is the front one. Let's kick each one click, because they kind of have clicks on them on this. Take it one more, open it back up, open everything back up. So that kind of gives you an idea kind of what different crazy tones you can get out of this bass. There's a lot more stuff you can do with it, but it's just kind of crazy. These are your 2-band EQs. They click. You can really feel there's a click on each one. So you turn it all the way off, and you get 1, 2, 1, 2 out of those. And then you got kind of, this is your tone back here, and it still has clicks in it where you can feel it. And this is your main volume. And so if I have everything, you can roll it off, roll it on, main volume. And it has some great sounds, and you can get a lot of different tones out. So if I want to soften it up, I just turn those down one click down. And you can soften it up and soften up even more. I kind of like it right here. I kind of like that setting, but when you really want to open up because you're playing heavy and hard, I mean, just roll them all. So that's probably one of my favorite riffs to play is that black number 1 type of negative riff on the bass, because it just has a great it just has a great vibe to it. And if you guys have never seen them do that live, it's amazing. But now I'm gonna kick on. I'm gonna use this pedal right here, and I'm gonna go like stupid crazy because I'm gonna hit the octave, I'm gonna hit the preamp, I'm gonna hit the fuzz, and I'm gonna hit the boost overdrive. We're gonna get some crazy noises going on here. We're gonna play it like that and see what you guys think, because it's just amped now. crazy. I love this pedal. If you guys are wondering, I have a review on that pedal as well. But just some really great sounds. Now we're gonna take it back, take all that stuff off. That was just me having a little fun, and we'll try to do some of that stuff without it, so you guys can kind of hear that too. Alright, so there you guys go. There's some tones, there's some sounds out of this bass. Just having some fun with it. Hopefully that sounded good to you guys. I'll have to hear it in the playback and see. But as far as this bass goes, this is a great bass. If you can find one of these, man, I'll tell you what, I would pick one up. I mean, if you guys want something really awesome, really unique, really eye-catching, that feels amazing, sounds great, lots of fun, and I'm not some expert bass player either. I like to find cool gear, and this is a bass that really just, I mean, it caught my eye, and it was so cool and so awesome. And seeing it in person, like, the video does not do this bass justice compared to what this thing really looks like. I mean, the back, the front, I mean, it's just, and the way it feels and the way it plays, it just doesn't do it justice compared to what it's like in person. So I'll tell you right now, this was a great find. I'm super happy with it. And you guys out there that are bass players that are searching for some cool basses, this is definitely a cool bass to pick up and put in your arsenal. Hands down. Hands down. I would say it. As a matter of fact, every bass player that's actually walked in here really likes this bass a lot. And that's not me just tooting the horn for this bass. That's just saying that they really like it and they've been really impressed with it. So can't complain with it. So there you guys go. That's a look at the SRX 700 from Ibanez. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button because it does help the channel out. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. And that's all I got. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you guys on the next video.